All right, we can start. Let's not wait for the others. This meeting is going to be recorded. I'm going to mute first everyone. Please feel free to use the chat for any questions. We're going to have a QA section at the end. Um, I just, yeah, any questions, please shoot directly inside the chat. Me or my team, we're going to answer those. So, hi everyone. For the new faces here, I'm Alex. I'm founding product manager here at Synthflow. And I'm going to be your host, and I'm going to walk you through Synthflow and our HubSpot integration. So yeah, let's start. How you can boost your partner agency revenue with Synthflow and alongside the HubSpot integration. I just want to give you a brief overview of what's Synthflow. Synthflow is the first voice AI provider present inside HubSpot. What Synthflow is capable to do? Synthflow is able to do voice calls on your behalf, either inbound or outbound. So you can either solve your sales pipeline or take care of your inbound pipeline. Here are a brief description on what you can do with Synthflow. You can schedule appointments, do human transfer, build your own integration. Some of our benefits is that we are really no-code focused platform, and we are proudly saying that it's easy to set up and it doesn't require tech skills down the way. Sorry. Now, what are some use cases for AI voice automation? So the first one I didn't mention, picking up inbound calls. So you can have an AI receptionist that answers calls 24/7, routes any kind of triages on any of your inquiries, provides immediately feedback to your users, FAQs, and so on. You can do outbound calls where you can do lead qualification, capture information and so on, and post-call follow-ups. I'm not going to dwell into this. Why Synthflow and HubSpot is a really powerful partnership? Because our integration offers a few things like contact synchronization. So any calls made with one of our assistants automatically updates your HubSpot CRM. Either inbound or outbound, you can also capture information automatically. I'm going to show you from the call and update the lead inside CRM. We have some workflows that can also help you build your own kind of power dialing inside HubSpot. And also the most important part is to show proof and show the ROI of our voice assistants inside HubSpot through reporting. Now, moving forward on the next slide, where I want to talk about how you can benefit you as an agency, as a partner, using Synthflow, especially. You can increase your deal flow. You can automate those kind of all routine tasks that you can have, depending on what your customers are focusing more, either on the kind of something like Service Hub, Sales Hub, or the Marketing Hub. Synthflow pairs very well with all the HubSpot services, and that's really good. You gain a competitive advantage by having access to technology that's actually quite unique. And the voice itself, it's a walk in the park. You see OpenAI and any other large organization is going to have voice, but the power is that you have direct integration with HubSpot once, and you have all the actions that can support this, like scheduling appointments, building your own integration, sending SMS, extracting information from the call, and so on. So what's so special, and how can Synthflow help you partners from HubSpot sell more HubSpot, more services? Because you can bundle Synthflow, as I was saying, with all the important hubs like the Sales Hub, the Marketing Hub, the Service Hub. So you can pair all the features and having everything more tied together when you're offering to your customers. And it's actually a simplified sales approach because it's easy for you to manage and build all these agents, and also for um, your customers down the way. Yes, I have here example, and I want to talk about a scenario where you can pair Synthflow Voice AI with the HubSpot Service Hub when you're selling it. So we know that the most important HubSpot parts are like the help desk and the ticketing system, the NPS feedback, and the service pipeline management. So Synthflow can answer and triage all the incoming customer support calls off times or fully, and can create tickets back into HubSpot. So you can ensure that nothing is missed, and you don't need to have humans focus on this repetitive task. You can do the same with NPS feedback and the service pipeline management that are really, really important to pair up. I want to talk about some of the results. Hello, Thibault. And sadly, most of our customers are agencies and they white label, and I cannot really post their testimonials here. It's part of the privacy and so on. But I want to give you two examples of some really amazing two customers that I work with. So in this case, there's this customer that works in retail. He sells pools, like really expensive pools, $10,000 worth of pools. So with only 479 calls in an outbound scenario, he got a 50% conversion rate, which the conversion rate here in this case, it's an appointment. The AI scheduled, I don't know how many, 50% appointments into this case. And in the end, like, he sold 9 pools. So you can make the math there to see the ROI is already worth it. On the real estate scenario also, we have a customer that's doing both outbound and inbound. Here, the same conversion rate is the appointment. So this customer makes a lot of calls, but in his first 12,000, because right now I think he got to 15,000 calls, but in this first 12,000 calls, he successfully booked like 10% of the appointments that he made the calls, and that escalated into doing a conversion afterwards. And also on the inbound, because most of the calls that went through and got either hit a voicemail or the user didn't respond, they called back. And that also transformed in the conversion rate, but also it was a scenario for the first call resolution while the agent had been calling back. So yes, let me just not show that off. I want to recap until I'm going to go into the demo. So Synthflow is the first voice AI solution that's present in the HubSpot and has a native integration with HubSpot. And it pairs really well with all the services that HubSpot partners are selling and are looking to sell forward. It complements each of these packages down the way. We started with V1 of the integration that really required a lot of improvement. We got feedback from our early adopters, and we really want to thank them for this. And I think right now we are like a great point where we can say that the HubSpot integration is really valuable for partners. We also partner with SuperRed. Some of you in the community know this. And we're going to have this playbook, this onboarding package that we're going to share with you, all the agencies, but as well you, the agency, can share with your customers and help really have a fast onboarding for your customers. Yes, let's start doing the fun part, the demo. So here I have one of my demo accounts, and here I have one assistant. We have here the integration part where we can just, let me go back. We can see our other integrations. We can see HubSpot. Here, HubSpot, I connected with HubSpot. You will need to go into, let me go here. You'll need, first of all, to install the Synthflow integration inside HubSpot. So you'll have to install this, and then you need to do the authorization that will ask you which account from HubSpot you want to sync with. And then the integration is done. Here you have some sync details. I'm going to tell you in a sec about those, but here you can enable from any type of way of triggering the calls, because you can trigger calls with our platform from a REST API call, from a Zapier, also from a widget. We're automatically going to create and sync the new contact with your HubSpot. If there's a new contact, we're going to create a new contact. If the contact exists, we're going just to update with specific information. Now to tell you about the info extractor and how that works, I need to talk about actions here. So we have a couple of actions here on our side, but the one that's important here is the information extractor. So this is especially good for doing lead qualification or even inbound scenario where you want to capture certain things from the call. So I created two info extractors here. The scenario that I'm going to do a demo is a real estate scenario. And in this case, I have two things that I want to find out, and then I want to populate back inside HubSpot. So I have the first, which is the budget range, and I'm asking what's the budget range of the user. And then the another one is what's the location where the user wants to buy or to rent a house. After I have those information extractors created, and you can create more, you can update the life cycle, the lead stage, and so on. It really depends on the case. FYI, we're going to build more playbooks and more templates for verticals as we see to get more interest out of those. So this will come with pre-populated info extractors and so on. Just give me 1 second to go back here and show you how the sync works. So basically what you're doing here, you're mapping which of the info extractors is going to populate in what HubSpot field. So in this case, it will, let me go to CRM, contacts, and it can update new property values or existing ones from HubSpot, but there's no limit to that. It can update all the properties that you want from a contact. Now let's go back here. So I have this preferred location. I created those HubSpot properties myself. They're not, but as you can see here, you have all the native ones and a few others that are coming with different things. So you sync this, and you have everything in sync and ready to start a call. But what you'll need to have the assistant ready and done for you. All the actions needs to be done and added here in the assistant. The assistant needs to have an active phone number. I'm going to showcase you in this scenario an outbound example, but it will be the same for inbound. Just let me show you the workflows. So I'm going to show you first a draft, just a few things, and then I'm going to show you how to create a new workflow. You click here, create a workflow, you select from scratch, you go inside the workflow, you will be using contact-based one. You're going to click next. The trigger can be anything. It really depends on your experience and what your use case is. So it can be a form, it can be if the lead moved to a certain life cycle, a certain stage, and so on. You can pair this up however you want. But I wanted to show you the new updated action that we have here, because it was a bit of a hurdle to set it up. Right now, we have it here. You click on this, and instead of going back and forth with Synthflow, you have the option to work entirely inside HubSpot. So after you do the authorization inside Synthflow and you integrate here, you see integrated, you can see this one and you can select workspace, the workspace that you have. You can have multiple workspaces. You select the workspace by the drop down. You here, Synthflow model here is actually the assistants that you have. Right now, I only have Paul, but if I would have more, I just copy this here and that's it. The phone number, I need to select the phone number from here, from the contact, enroll contact. And then you're going to have, you can write here the prompt, whatever prompt do you want to have, and here the AI greeting that you can use, like hello, and you can post here first name, and that's it. This is the action. This is how easily you can set up this to trigger calls inside HubSpot. Let me just go back to the workflow that I prepared and also the workflow that is going to be available into the package that from SuperRed that we can share with you, and it's part of our onboarding and so on. It looks a bit more power dialer kind of stuff, and we branch in a few things, and I'm going to walk you through this, but right now, just let me show you how I have this set it up here. Yeah, those are some errors that I've played with. Never mind. So I have the same one. I had the an AI greeting here, which is hello, first name. In this case, would be the enrolled contact. And I'm going to do a demo here, trigger the call, and show you how automatically the extracted information is going to be populated inside the contact lead. But actually, let me explain you the dialer here. So what I'm doing here, it's a branch. It's a basically simple branching system that I'm branching based on the call status of the call, because each call on an outbound scenario can have multiple statuses. Let me just zoom out a bit so I can show you this. A call can be completed if the user picks up the call. A call can be busy if the user rejects that call. It can also be failed if any error happens down the way. If you hit a voicemail, left voicemail, it's a new feature that we're going to have, and we're going to be able to leave voicemails, or if the user didn't answer. So based on these conditions, you can go more in depth, because we can have a logic like if the user, for the first call, hang up on a voicemail and you hit a voicemail, we can have here, let's add a delay. We can add a delay of like, I don't know, 3 hours, and we can trigger the call again and do the branching again until the call is succeeded. This logic can apply, and I'm going to talk more. But if the call is completed, and I have here a webhook just for the sake of testing, you'll not need this here. I branch again based on the reasons of why the call has ended. A call can end due to multiple reasons. Either the agent said goodbye, most likely the conversation went smoothly and it hit the goal, regardless of the goal that it has. The human said goodbye. The human hang up. It was scared and didn't talk with the agent anymore. The voicemail and so on. Yes, let me just start the call now and give you an example. So here we have Paul. Yes, Thibaut, you don't have it because it's in the experimental one. You're still having the old one, which we're going to release this Monday, the one that you're seeing here. So here, let me see the actions that I have. So budget range and preferred location. So those are the information that the AI will look for at the end of the call to populate back the contact inside HubSpot. So everything is in place. Let's select a lead here. Let's select myself, double times here, and let's go for this. Okay, so I'm receiving the call. All Hello there.
Okay. Are you looking to buy or rent a home today?
I'm looking to rent actually, and I know exactly the location I want to rent.
Great. Which location are you interested in?
I'm looking to rent actually in San Francisco.
South Francisco sounds like a great choice. How many bedrooms and bathrooms are you looking for?
I don't know, but I have a budget around $10,000.
Got it. A budget of $10,000. Are there any specific amenities or utilities you need? Like a
No,
garage?
sorry, I don't have time to end the conversation. I need to drop. Thank you very much. Right, so I need a call. Now it will take like a couple of seconds, around 20 seconds to have this updated, but let's see how this goes. Right, so I have here CRM, contacts, and I'm going to show you one more amazing stuff here. Alex, so let's see. No, let me open it. I want to open it. So this is opened. All right, this is it. Look, San Francisco, $10,000. The way it writes this, it really depends on how you instruct it inside the custom action. Usually it will do letters, the numbers, it's better than that, but it can update all of the fields here, like the life cycle stage, the lead status, anything. So you don't need to manually catch a webhook Thibault and then push it yourself manually in each property that you want. This is going to sing it once and is going to repeat and repeat doing that. What I want to show you are the activities here. We also automatically push the transcript. And you can see the transcript here. This is a transcript from the last conversation, looking to in San Francisco, the $10,000 budget, and so on. We can also have the recording here automatically pushed. The recording is still loading. I'm not sure if I enable the sound, but
Hello, Alex. Hello there.
right, so this is the recording. We also have the direction. This will be regardless outbound and inbound. What still needs to be fixed and hopefully for on Monday launch, the outcome will also be here updated. So depending on what outcomes you have, because you can also have different outcomes, this one will be updated each time, like connected or left a voicemail and so on. Yes, so those are the things that we currently have inside this. This works the same way on the inbound case, so automatically updated and create the lead here. But this is what we want to offer you in the V2, and we're actually going to work more on this. And let me go back to the presentation in this case. Because we're going to also have more reporting capabilities. And because we also have the partnership with SuperRed, we're going to give you some sample reports that you can build already inside your HubSpot with them. And because I also touched the SuperRed thing, I want to talk about the Acceleration HubSpot Partner Exclusive Package, which because we're really new inside the HubSpot, we really want to gain a bit of traction here and talk with the early adopters. So what you're going to get into this package is going to get like 200 minutes for a 20-day trial. It's more than we offer on a normal trial. We're going to share with you the SuperRed onboarding package for you and for your customers, so you can easily start using HubSpot. And you're also going to get a special onboarding from the founding team. So you'll need to save your spot here and schedule. I can also paste this inside our chat. But yeah, this is it mainly, and we got to the end part of the discussion, which I love the most. the QA section. You have a question, Thibault. That's perfect. So if I understand correctly, we create a branching workflow depending on whether the lead has responded or not, but we need to send an API call with the workflow to copy the contact properties. You don't need to send anything, Thibault. So in this case here, it's done automatically. The syncing is done via Synthflow. You don't need to do anything. So here, you don't need this. This is just for me to, this wasn't for me to test it out here that the data is sent correctly. It was the same thing that I was doing. So you don't need that. You set it up once here inside Synthflow. You do the sync, and all the information from the action is going to be updated back inside HubSpot. And also, we automatically update the activity log of that certain contact that entered, enrolled in the workflow, where it is, with the transcript, the recording, the call outcome, the direction, and any other missing property. I think this one was the last one. So everything here you don't requires from you to do only a simple synchronization at the start, and just decide which info extractors you want to populate back inside HubSpot, and be sure that you have those properties. And yeah, please, anyone who has questions, raise your hand and or talk, and also write further inside the chat. Who wants to be first?
Yeah, I've got a quick question, but it's about payments, if it's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So like the pay per minute options that you have in Synthflow, we're trying to integrate them into Stripe. By default. Like, so when you queue them up, like for instance, how do you attach that payment link to that account for the usage, if that makes sense?
So just to be sure I understood, you're doing this separately inside your Stripe. You don't need to do that. You do it here directly. So pricing plans, I don't have this connected. Let me see if I can connect to quickly show you something. Skip this form, 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
This could work, but you don't need to do anything on your side. You do everything via Synthflow if you have the agency plan.
We do.
Here,
Is it okay if I share my screen?
I just don't want to diverge too much out of this. Just let me show you here. We can talk about this separately and so on. So here you create your package. So you have how many minutes do you want to do, how the package amount it cost, and here you decide how much per minute do you want to resell. The default is 13 cents, and you can put here like it would be good if it would be $1. I've seen cases you can put 60 cents. You click next, you finish this one. Let me finish this one. So this is a automatically created pricing plan on your account via us. So this is already created here.
I understand, but there's some options that aren't included in here. Like if you want to do a free trial in there, there's no free trial. There's some other things. But if you do create that, for instance, where does that client pay and where do you get the payment link, for instance? Where do you generate that payment link to attach that sub account? Is the only place where you press upgrade and that's it? Or can we
Yes.
get that directly?
So right now you can do it only via the sub account, where you need to create a sub account and enable that pricing tier for your customer, and they need to add their credit card, and they're linked. Yeah.
So they have to do it inside that sub account underneath
Yes.
upgrade. There's no other way to do that, right?
You cannot share a payment link with them. No.
So even if we press upgrade for them and take that link, it won't work?
You can press for them if you have their credit card, but you need to add their credit card.
Okay. Is there any way to access that link under each sub account, like on the back end? to the API?
We're going to have that hopefully on today's release. Yeah, it's going to get Stripe ID. Yeah, to have that. Yeah,
That'll be today?
I hope today, if not tomorrow, but it's part of the release. Yes,
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
no problems. All right. Anyone having questions? I see some activity inside. Yeah, Thibaut, not related to HubSpot integration. Yeah, multi-language. Thibaut is going to also get an upgrade. It's indeed slightly slower than the English one, but that will get also a bit upgraded. It really depends also a few on the settings that you have done already inside your agent, because you can have your voices, but there are a couple of settings that you can tweak, like style, similarity, and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyone has any other questions regarding HubSpot integration or Synthflow itself? Feel free to unmute and just ask the question. No worries. All right, last call. If nobody has any question, thank you very much. I want to let you know that this this integration, the new version of the integration, will be available from Monday. And for having access to the Super Red package, to the special tryout account, please schedule a call via this link on the screen. I'm also going to share the recording with everyone, so you can catch up everything on that. But this is it. Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you very much.